if you don't agree with it.
Yes, and appreciate those possibilities, hey, Hans.
Yeah.
Because that is the magic of the world, is how different we all are, despite our similarities. Because each of us is a different reflection of consciousness, which is infinite.
Even the mirror is a different reflection of you.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
Even when you look in the mirror, it's a different reflection. It ain't really you.
Exactly.
Is the world, meaning the people in general, or are they giving their best to the world right now? Like they're that impetus, those trillion cells, um, vying for life to live, they truly expressing their truth.
Mm.
And the answer is no. Because people are trying to fit in to a notion, to be like others.
My girlfriend said to me the other day, people don't change, they adapt. And I thought, oh God, that, you know.
People wouldn't be arguing about stuff if it was only the truth people saw, because
Exactly. Yeah.
the truth don't need your participations, only lie does.
Did you say only life needs our participation?
Yeah, only when you lie, or it's a lie you're talking about, it needs you to participate.
Oh,
The truth, you don't need to interact with it. It's just the truth. Truth
sure,
don't need
but
any.
I mean, I
Sorry?
think that no, Hans, that's very interesting. I would say that there's an enormous amount of participation that is required to untangle. That was the other part that I left out of it. If you think about our three memories, right? So it's the unconscious, the self-conscious, and superconscious. It's a model, you know. You can divide us up into those three. So what was part of what I came to also was our work in having the gift of life is to untangle the unconscious and allow and focus on the superconscious with its antenna or bridge of the imagination into consciousness to be very much part of our living. So, in your words, then, if I had to join that with what you were saying, I would say that even though there's not participation needed when you're dealing with the truth, there is to untangle the lie.
Yep.
Then you get to the freedom, right?
Yep. As soon as you get to the truth, it just is.
Yes.
But you need to
Yes.
work through all the lies to get there.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to mute for a minute or two.
So have your son been to any of the, what do you call them, meets in gymnastic?
We have one. We have one coming up. So next week, at this time, I will be heading to Florida. We will be heading to Florida. So
Wow.
yeah. So next week will be for this call. We'll be in the middle of my mornings. It'll be 8 o'clock over there. So won't have the ability to sneak out while everyone's asleep. I don't think, but I may. I don't know.
They may be enjoying themselves, seeing it as a vacation and sleeping in.
They do, and there's many times yeah. So I probably got some time. No matter where I am, I'm up early, so waiting till 8 o'clock is going to be different.
Like you say, waiting to 8 o'clock.
That's right.
Did you find out what countries he's going? What countries he's going to?
He didn't. They didn't pick him for any of them this year, so
Oh.
we have this meet. This one is nationals, and then the next one we go to is called champs, which is where they'll select the team for next year.
Mm.
So I think they're putting 5 on the team for his age group next year.
Wow. How come they didn't select him? I thought he was number one at his age group.
No, he's number 3.
Still number 3. Whoa.
Yeah, so he finished 3rd in that, and yeah, I don't know.
Saving him, keeping him a secret from the world.
Yeah, I think it's always kind of better to be just in the shadows as you get to the top.
Yeah.
It it keeps you striving for that spot.
Mm. Probably also the thing you said about the meet he didn't get to go to, where all the ones who select people were.
Yeah, one thing about him, he's consistent, and so to be at this, and I mean he's been at the camps for many years, so they know who he is.
Mm.
that shows so much capacity for focus, that consistency.
And we're currently, so it's in phases. Currently, it appears that they're looking for the big skills, if you will, the high, going for the routines that can go for high points, and it doesn't matter if you make them or not. So it's a transition phase from, we were way behind as a gymnastics program. So they, we had to readjust how they're doing it, and so they went for. So now you benefit for doing the big skills, even if you're not clean with them.
Mm. So are you saying, Jess, then that they honor both the creativity as well as the precision?
The precision is going. So if you think of it on a scale, the what's being given higher weight now is the courage to go for bigger skills, so to push yourself. And the precision is not expected yet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's all relative, right? The level of precision is so good already.
Yeah.
They wanted to push past their limits.
Yeah. 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 And you think about, that's what practice is, right? Is you. But what was happening was people were trying to do perfect routines at the competitions, and perfect isn't the high score. If you just do a routine that you can always do.
Interesting. Eh?
Yeah. And,
now he's practicing a lot of new tricks.
Yeah, and he's getting excited about these other big skills. And he's watching people above him do even bigger skills, and so that motivates him to do it. Thanks for asking.
Well, when the Olympic comes and he's in it, I'm gonna find some place where I can watch it so I can actually see all the stuff you've been talking about. One thing is hearing about it. Another thing is putting it into pictures.
Yes.
And since I don't know any Danish gymnasts, I'll be rooting for the United States.
I'll post some videos in the group next time. I'll include you with Allison on my text through the group.
Thank you, Jace.
Thank you.
I love watching it. It's such a feeling of expansion and clarity and surprise, joyful surprise.
And it
Always
shows
a
some
relief when it's done.
I know. Yeah.
shows so many possibilities what the body is actually capable of if you actually train it in the right way.
I know, it's incredible.
And there's a very fine line for staying on it.
Yeah.
With a lot of variables to buck you off or knock you off.
Yeah. It's not the same, Jess, but it's every morning. Part of what happens is I sit and watch the squirrels in the backyard. And then I always think to myself, I have my own Cirque de la Soleil in my backyard. What I'm referring to, Heinz, is I don't know if you've heard of them, but they are trapeze artists that come from Quebec in Canada, and they go all over the world. And they do these performances, and they really are quite incredible. I always think, well, I don't have to pay for tickets to go and watch them because I've got the squirrels in the backyard swinging from one, jumping from one branch to the next, chasing each other, flying over things. They're so agile.
I saw on Facebook a squirrel that wanted to get into the bird feeder, and they put up
Oh,
a
God.
bucket from the bottom, so it couldn't get up. It actually crawled up to the roof and jumped. And the third time, it actually just caught on. And I just heard the man say, "Well, if it's willing to go that far, it should actually get rewarded for it."
Yes.
Jumped 4 meters out from the roof and just fell the 4 meters down and then caught onto that little bird feeder, and then it was all the way in there. I thought, oh my God, it's suicidal, that squirrel.
They are incredible, really.
Yeah, well, thanks for a great morning, you guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
You both have a
great
pleasant day.
Yeah.
Thanks. You too.
Bye-bye.